Fire and Ice, Home 2, Class 10th English. Presentation by Usha Sharma, TGT English. Robert Frost. Robert Frost, in full Robert Lee Frost, was born on March 26, 1874 in San Francisco, California, US. He died on January 29, 1963 in Boston. His best-known works include The Road Not Taken and Stopping by Woods on a Snowy Evening, both of which have become synonymous with the genre of nature poetry. Frost, though, was much more than just a nature poet. Fire and Ice by Robert Frost is about questioning how the world will end. He tests the sense of humanity by mentioning fire and ice relating to human behavior. Now the poem, some say the world will end at fire, some say ice. From what I have tasted of desire, I hold with those who favor fire. But if it had to perish twice, I think I know enough of fate to say that for destruction ice is also great and would suffice. By Robert Frost. The poem expresses the insightful idea that the world would end in either of the two ways, either by ice or fire. One group is of the opinion that someday the Earth's hub will get so heated up that it would lead to fire destroying the Earth's surface. On the other hand, the second group says that if the temperature goes down to an extent that makes life on Earth impossible, it would have the same catastrophic effect. The poet then compares fire and ice with the destructive features of human emotions, desire and hatred. He says that from what he is aware about fiery desires, he would favor the one who say that it would be fire. By saying so, he brings about the idea that human beings let their emotions rule them, and the consequence of unmonitored longing is fire. Then, by not waiving of the first option of fire, he considers if the world has to expire twice, ice would be equally competent in ending it. He brings about a contrast between ice and hatred. The human capability of insensitivity and hatred has the potential for inner destruction. Though slow and steady, it has the same effect that desire has on us. So if given an option between fire and ice would be just as good as fire to destroy the world. Now the literary devices used in the poem. Rhyme scheme. The rhyme scheme of the 9-line poem is ABA, ABC and BC. Assonance. It is repetition of vowel sounds in the same line. The repetition is at different places in different words. Example, the long sound of O in I hold with those who favor fire. Alliteration. Alliteration is the repetition of a consonant sound at the start of two or more closely placed words. Example, the sound of F in favor fire, W in world will. Imagery. Imagery is used to make readers perceive things involving their five senses. Example, some say the world will end in fire, to say that for destruction ice is also great. Anaphora, the repetition of a word or expression at the start of two or more consecutive lines. Example, some say is repeated at the start of lines 1 and 2. Personification. Personification is to give human qualities to inanimate objects. In this poem, fire and ice are capable of destruction. Thus, the poet personifies fire and ice by giving them mind and power to destroy. Enchantment. It is defined as the thought or clause that does not come to an end at a line break. Rather, it moves over to the next line. Example, from what I have tasted of desire, I hold with those who favor fire. The central idea of the poem. The poem Fire and Ice by Robert Frost revolves around the theme that human emotions are destructive when allowed to run amok out of control. They can also destroy a person morally, mentally and physically. Thanks.